trial, 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 trial,
Okay, am I audible? Rajesh. Okay. Sorry, people, there was a glitch. Okay, let me continue. I am CEO of Sejura. I'm Rajendra, and normally I look over the operations as well as the recruitment part and different fields of designing and all that stuff. Where we'll be creating products and all that. Whatever you see, sometimes you go and see the air clicker in the front, which is a robotics and all that. So I deal with those things as well as to produce the resources for the companies like HR part of thing and recruitment and technical things which I normally do. So is now okay? So as I said, I will be looking after the recruitment stuff. So when I look regarding the recruitment, normally I go through many profiles where I need maybe it's analyst or some data scientist or full stack developer, which we have, which we develop apps and all that stuff. And I look after some electronics, robotics engineers as well, and some few graphic designers and digital marketing. So normally I use multiple platforms for the people to filter them suitable for my requirement, for my company requirement in the different layers where I can select the best of the market people. It depends upon my requirement whether I would like to go for the freshers or I would like to go for people who have just completed this sort of experience internships. Or maybe when I think that I need a very experienced people, I go through deep, learnings of their profiles and experience things. So when I say recruitment, all that stuff, obviously I use a few things like Indeed and Naukri, but most of the time I prefer LinkedIn to my choice. And most of the time, when professionals also they try to use the best reliable platforms where they can get a good talent. For that, nowadays, if I talk about some statistics and all that stuff, so hope my screen is visible to all. So why we need these profiles? Obviously, you have your social media profiles where you will be having your personal life, and maybe sharing to the people. If you are trying to share their personal life out of maybe passion, like YouTubers and some video makers, you will be as a hobby to create some friend circles. In the same way, there were times when people used to even share their work profiles working in some companies social media, but obviously the professional platform was missing. So then came into picture this Naukri.com, Monster and all that. In times, couple of maybe 5-10 years back, Monster and Naukri was came into existence. But when I was into that thing, Naukri and Monster was giving a set of talents where very hard to find, what exactly they meant. They don't have the proper, content management or user interface where I can identify people easily. So it's like set of just a form where a name or designations came into existence. But then when the LinkedIn came in up, this made a separate niche. Like if you talk about good things of traveling box, you go into Instagrams, you never find those in very interesting things in Facebook, because Facebook is like sort of platform where mixed things comes up, not a very good editing or very user interface sort of experience you'll have compared to Instagram to Facebook. So this is how the social media and the apps turned up. If you talk about your regular professional life, you will go to Instagram watching reels, and there are few people who are influencers. We call influencers in Instagram, but there are no influencers in Facebooks, right? So there are sort of everybody made their own path breaking image in the market. In the same way, LinkedIn came into picture where they started to project as the professional platform used for professionals. And most of the time in LinkedIn, you won't find those people who are playing around, putting some sort of reels and doing some weird stuff. So LinkedIn came into existence. So when I talk about LinkedIn statistics, so this is how it goes. LinkedIn has more than 1 billion users worldwide, where they will be having their professional platform with the name and designations and what they do and what they're not doing. Maybe they might be entering into the market, or they are a very people who started their career, or people who are TEDx talkers, like who are CEOs and big names. Even they do have their profiles because they want their professional life to be visible to all, maybe to inspire or to know the market or to understand the people, because they need people to hire, right? To find the right talent, to give it the correct perspective. In that, we have these members. We Indian members have almost 135 plus. This I have taken into account some sort of maybe the statistics might be of 1.5 year back, but when I compare to latest, because before this session I was going to again the statistics, so almost things are nearly to this, maybe one or plus or minus one two. So here we go for the LinkedIn. Like two things, as I said. One, it's used for you to show your professional face to the world, and also it is used to search job. Naukri, compared to Naukri, Monster, and LinkedIn, you will find more professional approach in LinkedIn rather than in Naukri. Naukri might people might not, they will post the job, but when it comes to hiring, they are not able to find the right people, because Monster has now Naukri and all that have a set of a form or description where very less things to project yourself. But I will show you how your LinkedIn profile page compared to Indeed or Naukri is better than this. Then obviously, most of the time when my personal experience, I go to LinkedIn, and whenever people you try to apply to my job, I'll try to find them in LinkedIn, because I can see few things. I want to see few things about you, maybe your profile or your dedications or your connections, or what you like, what you did not like. Those things will be reflecting to me. Though you are in Naukri, we don't have that such things. Those I will try to show you more and more how to build those profiles. And as you see, whenever you want to search some job and go to LinkedIn profiles, you will easily find that posted a 1 week ago, sorry, 1 hour ago or 2 hours ago, more than 100 applications. You can find those statistics. Posted 3 hours ago, 50 plus applications. So the market is so volatile and so fragile that the people are trying to, apply left and right, and they want to apply as many jobs as they can, and they expect that all people will be calling them, but it won't happen. The reasons are again to your profile, how your profile looks to a recruiter, to a HR manager, to a maybe CEO, CEO, whatever it is, how those will impact the next step after your application of the job. Then comes more, if you see LinkedIn, like you can see the company name. Whenever you go to a job post, you will find two things. One, who is the poster of the job, maybe a recruiter, maybe a hiring manager, or maybe a company directly posting the opening. In that, if you look into that, there are many companies coming onto LinkedIn to show them that what their company is all about, how many people are working over there. If you click the profile of that company, you will find how many people are working, how many your maybe ex-employees, or maybe your schoolmates, or maybe your connections might be working over there. Those will help you a lot, because unknowingly or knowingly you might be connecting to many people professionally. Maybe they might be on your genre, on your path or your field. You try to connect with them. You might meet them, catch up with somewhere. If they are in the locally, you will catch up, or some conversation or some post they have did, you might be commenting and trying to build a bond over network. Those will help you a lot. So you can see that company, when you click, you can find whether your connections are working over there, or it's just a company where you don't have any connections. Those will help you a lot. And most of the time, as I said, hiring managers, they use LinkedIn professionals things where they want to find a job. This all works in a magical way where we call it as a keyword that we use for digital marketing as well. So it's all a game of a keyword. The keywords which we are going to put in your skills, your profile, or a description, or about you, or whatever. And it was a pastime where LinkedIn used to show up many skills. LinkedIn used to give a batch of skill batch where you can take the test and you can prove yourself that I know maybe Excel, PowerPoint, or whatever it is. They used to give those batches. So right now, when I saw they stopped giving those, maybe it's not, it might be time bound or people trying to find out or maybe cheat or I don't know, maybe XYZ reasons, but they stopped giving those batches. Initially, if you are mentioning you are a good at Excel, you can take those tests. They will give a time bound test and some MCQs and all that, and you can finish those tests in a time bound manner, and they'll give a batch that he's an expert in Excel. Those batches they used to give. Still now they have skills, and till now also you can learn few things freely and few things for paid also. They give those skill tests and skill courses, short courses maybe. And if you try to segregate the gender wise, 57-43, like 50-60 or 55, whatever. So these are the gender differences where professional profiles have been created in the LinkedIn. So 43 and 57. Most of the time people don't bother to create those things because they think that it's a waste of time, but in a professional world you need some profile rather than your Facebook or Instagram. You need to spend some time to create those profiles because you are going into a professional world, and it was not like earlier where you just went to 9 to 10 job and then you're trying to come and catch up with the family, because things are moving fastly. You need network to build for self growth as well, and to learn new things and to jump into new places. So this is the view where normally a page looks like. In this, you can see this is what the profile picture looks like. A round circle where you will be having your profile picture. Then it's the banner where it will be coming behind those. This interface is not there in most of platforms. That's the reason LinkedIn is being opted by most of the companies to look how a person who they are hiring looks like, or maybe what is his passion, what is all about. And it's a line headline where you talk about yourself in a summarized way. It might be a key point, it might be a paragraph, it might be a sort of 3-4 lines where you explain about yourself. Like if you see into your resume, it would be a summary of your career. And this is info profile link where you will be keeping this in your resume, or you might be forwarding to some manager if they ask. Kindly send your LinkedIn profile link. So you can just click those contact info, you get a small link. That link you can just shoot in WhatsApp or somewhere. So when I talk about headlines and all that, let's get into this one by one. So there is a small things which I tried to take out from platform. His name is Josephine Power, and he's aspiring data analyst. And he mentioned SQL, Google Data Analyst Professional, certified with W. And right side, what you're seeing, Tarrant County College, that comes as soon as you fill the field called education and all that. That's a default user interface. So this is how he tried to explain himself that he is an aspiring data analyst because he's trying to enter with the data field and he want to become a data analyst. And he knows good about SQL, he know about W, and Google Data Analytics Professional Certified. So he did certification from Google. He got certified from Google as a data analytics professional. So in this, when I look into, if anybody try to apply to my company, when I try to take out things, so I can easily find that a summary way of Josephine is good. Now I'll try to browse further, whatever he wrote that might be related or not. So this headline makes you a very good impact. So when we talk about headlines, there will be a few things like if I talk about Coca-Cola, if I say we make cool drinks, obviously everybody knows. If you write about yourself, I'm a male, so that doesn't matter because your profile looks like me. The name, obviously, most of the time, some neutral names will be there where we will be hard to find out. But most of the time, when somebody speaks out their name, we can identify whether it's a female or male. 100%, right? Not 90-95%. I can identify. So it should be not a cliche sort of thing, basic sort of thing saying that I do this, I do that. Try to stand out where you would like to, give introduction, because that's where once I land on your profile page, I'll look into your profile picture, your summary. Then I will go into deep things, what you did, what are your connections, and all that stuff. So these are the things where you need not do it. So when you write, just write facts. As I said, the approach should be very to the point, like what is your job title, or if you are not trying to mention job title, you have multi skills. You can mention those, like data analyst, a professional dancer, you will be traveler. Maybe you have some more certifications. You can write those important certifications, so that before going deep down, digging into your profile, I can see those 5, 6 key points. Okay, this is the guy who I'm looking for. Then I'll get interest to browse more of you. So it should be like selling yourself, who you are. So trying to sell yourself to the viewer, the HR or the recruiter, saying that I'm this in a short way. So try to create those, try to find out, write on a paper 3, 4 times, research. You can use some synonyms, the other meanings of the same word. When I say use synonyms, you should be confident enough to speak in that way as well, so that when you talk to the recruiter post, in case you have selected, so it should reflect the words which you wrote, the language or the essence of the summary should reflect in your words when you talk. So try to use those things which you know, which you can talk, which you can explain. So obviously, as I said, you are selling yourself to find a good job. So it's a statement. You are on a mission to find some good job, good company. So that's how it should be. And who you are, like as I said, I'm a certified data analyst, or I'm an aspiring data analyst, or I'm a visual designer. And why they need to connect to you? Obviously, they need to connect to you because you are a certified analyst. You know W, you know Python, SQL, or maybe you have worked at X Google, you work in Accenture, big brands. You can write those brands so that they'll know, understand. If people feeling that my voice is low, please try to correct me, or you can contact the group, so that because I don't know whether if people are hearing or not, or whether I'm audible clearly or not, because I keep on watching those people who are in front of me. So I do understand there are restrictions for online people who can't come over here, but I'm trying my best to reach to you people. So try to correct me if I'm wrong, and if I'm not audible. So as I said, who you are and why people should connect to you, and obviously there is, as I said, okay, when you talk to someone, people try to give you more and more suggestions, right? You ask them, they give you, because those are free. But you people know better about yourself. You people know better how to present yourself, because I right now I did not say to people to wear this dress or to be like this or like that. So you choose your lifestyle, you choose your way to come to office, way to present yourself, way to groom yourself. So there is no fixed formula for that. When somebody says try to be sit in a proper way while giving the interview, obviously that doesn't mean that you should follow it, but you can take a summarized way. Okay, he's trying to help me out, he's trying to suggest me how to behave in a public. In that way, you should find yourself what you need to write and what you need to present yourself on. So there's a fixed formula. Whatever I'm giving to you, it's a suggestions where you can deep down research, go to a few people who are a very good experienced professionals who wrote their headlines. Try to do that permutations and combinations of your profiles, and try to find a very good headline where you can present yourself. So I'm trying to help you out, people, because most of the time you just open LinkedIn and try to create those things, and you just forget it. But most of the time, what I suggest you, the way you visit your social media page every day. Wish you could always open your professional page as well. Try to find what's going in the market. Maybe whatever you wrote a week back might have expedited. So it should not be like old statement. You should catch up with the time. So you try to open it, see it, make connections, try to correct it. You might have upgraded. Last week you might have a data analyst. Today, after a week, you might have learned some new tool. Try to update those. So try to keep pace with those pages. And I'll give you a few examples. Like she's Nishmita Reddy, and you can see there's a banner open to work that comes with default when you try to search jobs. LinkedIn gives you a suggestion. Would you like to keep this banner? Like it's filter for your Instagram. You try to keep filters, right? Some Diwali or something. Most of the people, I think you are. Okay, what's the year of born? 2000 plus, 2010, 2000 plus, right? So people are almost Gen Zs. So you will use Snapchats, right? So Snapchats are very more filtered than Instagram. So it's like filters. So they give that filter, open to work or hiring. So you can use those if you are seriously looking for it, because your connections might be looking for the same profile. And when they know that somebody is open to work, they might contact you upfront. So she says that she's a recent graduate, data analyst fresher, and again one statement she gave that I strive to make data more human. So she's trying to give that personal touch to her passion, saying that I'm trying to make data more relatable to human, readable, maybe understandable. So those things might attract a few people who want the data to be very easily understandable, because most of data are complex. When I tell about data analytics, so to my experience, if I try to take a decision looking upon a data, that confuse me because there are so many columns, rows. If that data is not presented in a very pleasant way where easily a layman like a new guy can't understand, then there's no use of the data. If you're confusing with data, that's because already I am trying to understand the market, trying to enter into a business, and I want to research. I took some data, maybe launching a food product in some area. I took the data, what are the age group, how people eat there. If I talk about nowadays Swiggy, some area might be ordering non-veg more than veg, or they are ordering more some meat items or egg items. This data I will try to take. Like Swiggy before entering, maybe after entering Swiggy, there are a few people who try to come into market. So they took this data and they try to analyze which area is good for our product. Then try to launch those restaurants over there. When you are opening a restaurant, if you're a serious businessman, obviously he will try to analyze the demographic, the population, and the taste of the people. Then he tries to open those restaurants. If you try some fancy restaurants over, like I don't know whether you travel or not, outer ring roads, there are many breweries coming up. There are many, continental and intercontinental restaurants coming up, open sort of restaurant. So why these are going into the edges? If I talk about breweries, if I talk about Tellapur and all that financial district area, those are IT hubs. People are Z's and Y's. They are earning in 5 digits. So that guy might have went to the data, try to analyze. Okay, this is my business model. I will try to establish a brewery, and where should be I establish? So you might have gone to the demographic, people, age group, and those things. Then he tried to finalize. Okay, this area would be the good, because if I establish there, people are living over there who are working in IT professionals. So many big apartments, 5 digit salary. People living over there. They try to come Saturday, Sunday, booze and party and all that. So now he tried to corner a place and he established a brewery. So those are the analytics. Those goes under the businessman. When if a serious businessman, that he will do. If regular like some sort of Ambarpeta like sort of thing, he will take out the money and keep it and close it after a year. So these are the things. Now, have you heard about chocolate firm called Manam? No, Manam. So how he came up with a chocolate factory? That's in Jubilee Hills. Yeah, Peddamma Temple. So office that Srinivasa Temple over there. So he tried to taste chocolates all over the world. He knows that India is, and obviously the teens are very much attracted towards the chocolate. He took the data, how many people are consuming it, and why people are liking it, what are the flavors are liking it, and from where he can get those cocos and all that. He brought the cocos and he started to harvest in West Godavari. Then from there, he tried to bring those beans onto here. He bakes those beans. He makes some different crazy chocolates. If you go free, you can eat those chocolates. There's a restaurant as well. He makes very salted and crazy chocolates. After eating some, you will try to avoid chocolates, but after eating few, you will try to love chocolates. Because everybody, chocolate is Cadbury, but it's not like that. If you go there, you will find exactly the meaning of chocolate. So that's how he created. He took the data, tried to analyze what would be the market, where I can sell. Now he's exporting chocolate from India to all over the world. His cocoa beans are exported from India to other worlds. Whereas Mexico and all that, Brazil, they try to produce cocoa. Now India is trying to export those cocoa to them. So this is how he analyzed the data. And from there, he tried to bring those flavors into India as well as globally. So that's what the summary of what my discussion is, that how you present yourself, though that you people will be getting into eyes of those businessmen. So you need to tell yourself a story saying that, okay, I am here to make data more relatable to humans, more understandable in a very summarized way. I can make data because obviously you'll get chunk of data from there, squeezing into a very good amount of data which is understandable. That's a good skill where you need to update. So that's how she tried to personalize approach for the data, where he wrote that she tries to make data more human, and that everybody, obviously, in out of 10 people team, there might be a couple of people who might know data very well and few will be supporting. It's everywhere. If you have a group of friends of 5 people, 2 will be very sharp, 3 will be just following. This happens everywhere. It's not about only job. So this is how, when in a team, talented people, she tries to saying that I can make data so much relatable that I can stand out in your team. I can work hard or I can work smartly to make data more human. So then there are level of tools where she is trying to explain herself, saying that she's expert in SQL, Tableau, Power BI, all the tools she's writing there. So if you know more tools, more market going tools, those you can mention. Otherwise, normally these are the tools where they use for analytics. Obviously, you might be learning. So next profile, which I talk about here, he's a fresher. He's boldly saying that he's a fresher. He's not hiding anything, saying that I have experience or I'm a data analyst. When you tell about data analyst, either you should be very good at it or you might be experienced guy. So you are entering the market, so you can just boldly say that I'm a fresher, but proficient in machine learning and predictive modeling. Now, out of your all tools, do you think that all 5 tools you will be using in your job? Because in a team, you might be getting dashboarding, you might be getting a data, scraping in SQL, you might be getting something Excel or something. So it's not that one guy will be doing all the tools. So now you should find in your course at which tool you are good at and try to sharpen those skills. Don't ignore the other tools because those might help you in the hard times when you're not able to filter those data in Excel, big data. You should shift to Python, obviously, to handle big data. So try to polish the skills. But if you like that, I'm very good at colors, I'm very good at creating dashboard. So polish those skills and try to go through tools other which are important, but you don't want that much importance. Then you can mention good at dashboarding, good at making data more like as I said, predictive modeling, or you can say data scraping, sort of things. So whatever good at, you can mention those, and then he's saying that he's seeking to leverage data-driven problem solving skills for more accurate decisions. So why he mentioned that he want like to leverage data-driven problem-solving skills because he know machine learning, he know predictive modeling, so he can predict more data and he can come to an accurate decision making. So that's how he related from one point to the second point. He said that I have skills of machine learning and predictive modeling, and now I can come to an accurate data decision making. So that's how he related the two lines. This is the one example where you can write over there. One more example, few of them which I try to explain you. Again, fresher with proficient in SQL, Python, Power BI, and passion about transforming raw data. Then he's an ex-intern at IBM Watson. So as I said, if you're working at big brands and you have past experience with big brands, try to cash them. Ex Google or ex Accenture, ex IBM. That's enough for them to understand. Okay, you know the corporate culture, you know the timing, how to work with the team, you know how to handle pressure. Those things they will automatically tick down as soon as they see you are an ex sort of big brand. There is no need for you to train into communications, or no need to train into behavioral and all that, because it's at the part of onboarding process where they try to teach you how to be in the team, how to behave with the subordinates. Those things is the part of onboarding process. So as I said, show off your skills, fresher status, and brand names. These things you try to mention. If you're fresher, boldly say that I'm a fresher and I have these skills. I'm expertise in dashboarding and all that stuff you can say. So few examples again going on. This all we will be getting in your dashboard. PDF will be there. You try to go over there, or you can just randomly take some time. Tomorrow is Sunday. Take a plate. Try to go browse more analyst profiles. Try to read those profiles, what they wrote, what they mentioned, what are the descriptions. Maybe you can write down and make your own combination of sort of thing. So he's a graduate in computer science and he's data analyst trainee. He finished course, maybe he's doing internship, and he's competent in R, Python, SQL, and a keen interest in big data and machine learning. Now he's boldly saying to the recruiter that I'm good at Python and SQL, and I want to learn big data and machine learning. So obviously, if I have that opening of trainee of big data or machine learning, where I want my in-house people to train a person who is certified analyst, because he know the path to work on a data analyst, but they want to train in their own big data. Now they'll consider his profile, saying that okay, he's trying to learn and interested in learning. So now they might pick him as an intern, or they might pick him as a trainee, and they'll try to train big data and modeling, because obviously you won't write in a random way that I want to learn unless until you have interest. If you are saying that I want to learn, and when they keep training, they'll come to know that you are not here to learn. So be careful while trying to post these things, like you are keen interest of big data and machine learning. You want to grow. You are not looking at a job. You are a trainee, but you want to learn more. That's what you are making a statement. In this way, you might land up, into your passion called big data or machine learning. So he's a early career data analyst, proficient in data visualization, data mining, and SQL, ready to transform data into strategic actions for your business. So this is how he's making his statement. And obviously, have a very clear job level indication saying that he's immediately, alerting managers of his experience level, saying that he's an early career data analyst. He finished the course, he might have finished internship as well. He's just entered into the world called data analysis. So that's where he kept that. Frankly, he's saying I'm a fresher, but in a different way. As I said, use synonyms. Meaning of same word, you will get so many meanings. So he's trying to create one more statement with the same. Rather than using fresher data analyst, he's an early career data analyst. He's into early careers. So again, highlighting the skills, and now recruiters looking for the same abilities. If they're looking for a guy called only data visualization, so as I said, keyword, those keyword is going to land onto your page, because recruiters has their own user interface those interface will not be same the way you look in LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, when they try to post job description, we call it JD. So if they want to hire a data visualization engineer or maybe data visualization analyst, data analyst with SQL, that's what they type. Recruiter, when trying to look a guy with data visualization and SQL, he will write simply two keywords: data visualization analyst or data analyst with data visualization and SQL. That sentence he type and drops onto the box. From there, the LinkedIn will search millions of profiles. If you want, you can filter furthermore: fresher, 0 to 6 months experience or 0 to 1 year experience. Maybe location, you want the people in the local location. If you're searching in Hyderabad, he will type Hyderabad, or he will type India. Those filters he will do, and then he will click search. Now LinkedIn will filter and give those profiles to him. In that, if you have a keyword called data visualization, your profile will be sorted out to be presented to the recruiter. If you don't write visualization, if you write just data analyst and SQL, ready to transform data into transaction for business, so there are high chances that your profile will not be visible to LinkedIn bots. We call them as crawlers. In our digital marketing language, we call crawlers. That's a small bots, digital bots. Whatever keywords they memorize, and they go through millions of pages in a microseconds. They know the keywords, they pick the keywords within a microseconds. They browse whole internet, they search for the keywords, they catches the profile, they display the profile to the recruiter within microseconds. So those crawlers will be looking after the keywords which recruiter trying to keep. So when again, one more is a degree in business analytics, entry level business analyst. He's mentioning his degree, and adapted like experience like R, Python, SQL. Again, one more line called passionate about data driven strategies. Few more examples. So degree in statistics with strong foundation, entry level data analyst, then entry level data analyst. One more, skilled in predictive modeling, machine learning. Then one more, graduate in data analyst, eager to apply R and dynamic business environment. Again, novice data analyst. Novice is nothing but a synonym of fresher. Novice is fresher, synonym of fresher. So in this way, the recruiter will try to understand that, okay, you are good at communications, you are good at English. As I said, write what you know and what you can talk and what you can present. Don't go for fancy words, trying to oversell yourself, because there things will turn up awkward when you are selected for interview. So be careful while you are mentioning your skills and all that stuff. So here, profile summary. Now I talked about the headlines, where we can keep headline in the keywords or in a line. Now let me talk about summary. In summary here, this comes before your profile picture, then comes your description, then comes your about us. Here normally in profile it will be visible in 3 lines, but it will be like click more. When you click more, then goes the summarized. So if I talk about few examples of summary, I don't know whether it's visible for you people, right? So what's is saying, I love selling brands. I hate selling myself. So here says 6 quick things about me and my work. In out, nobody gets hurt. She's a bold, statement. Like she's trying to say that if you are getting hurt, it's not my problem. Obviously, that defines the character of the woman actually. So obviously, you can see her designation. She's a creative director. Obviously, she's in a high position. She might have seen the world, people. She has that experience and authority to present herself so boldly, and try to write 6 points where she has created campaigns for iconic brands. Point 2 is she's a digital junkie with 23,000 Twitter followers. Then third is, I got my job in advertising in an unusual way. She's trying to explain how she landed up her first job. And several years ago, right out in a blue, my funny active, Alicia's parent was diagnosed with cancer. She's trying to present her personal life as well, and maybe a few points where she's trying to sum up her job with few points, and how she fall in love with the brands, how agencies, which agencies she helped for building new business, and what's her passion, and she's saying that finally, also aside from advertising, I'm completely unemployable. The last line you can see, it's making a big statement. I am completely unemployable. She's saying that you can't employ B. She want to be a freelancer. She want to work on her own terms and conditions. Obviously, that comes when you have grip over the subject, when you have grip over your work. Because imagine, you can see that the guy who does hairdressing for celebrities, Alim Dhar, you know that Ali. Right? Obviously, he charges lakhs of rupees for a haircut. He doesn't care. If anybody wants to say that I don't like your haircut, it's your problem. Because people come to me, I create styles for celebrities. It's not my problem. It's your problem that you don't like hairstyles. So obviously, he's a brand, so he can do those bold statements. So that's how she's a director of creativity. She's saying that I'm not employable. She wants to work on her own terms and conditions. She create her own rules. Obviously, because she's going to deliver what the customer wants. She has that confidence. What you want, I'm going to deliver, but I will work on my own. So these are the summary. So few things this you can learn, like LinkedIn has everything has a set of, when you try to fill your LinkedIn profile, it has restrictions of some characters and words. Summary can't be more than 2000 characters. So try to type it in a word, try to summarize your career, then you can put and copy paste onto LinkedIn. So 2000 characters. Characters, when I talk about, it includes spaces, each and everything. A, B, C, D, space, E means it's 7 characters. A, B, C, D, space, E, 6 characters. So space is also a character. I'm talking about characters, not words. Word will be maybe 5 words, 10 characters, 1 word, or 2 characters, 1 word. Characters is, even space is counted as a character. So 2000 characters, in that so many spaces are there. There is an enter also, there's a space after a paragraph. So those are also characters. So try to define yourself in 2000 characters, and it defines yourself. Again, what you wrote on your headline is summarized thing. What you're trying to do is, in your own words, you're trying to explain. Because okay, when I read about you, when I try to find your headline very good and very interesting, then I'll try to know about you. That's the second step. So if you write a very good headline, then there are chances that people will try to read about you. So again, when you're trying to compose about you, the headline should be so much good that they'll be jumping into your next paragraph. And these are the things where you can use it to put, like, what career you want to choose, how you as ended up learning data analytics, maybe few events in your life, important events where you have shifted your career from, maybe you are a good designer, but now you shifted your career into data analytics or some coding. You are a non-coder, fearing of coding. Now you have shifted to a full stack developer. So what made you to do so? So those things will come up in your about us. It's like storytelling of your life. Maybe you can include your personal things. Maybe you can include few good events, or maybe include you how you want to present yourself and why you are eligible, what passion and skills you have to put this profile onto a platform. So a few examples, if I write, he's trying to, under like, if I summarize his about us, because the reading all would be a boring things. He's saying that I born in Bangladesh, grew up in New York City, went to Nashville. He's currently working as a Peloton fitness industry, and he loves his job, and he hangouts with a lot tech nerds, and he don't like pushy peoples, and countries he traveled is Argentina, Bahamas, all that you mentioned. Now here, if I talk about his profile, he's saying that where he born brought up, what he likes, what he don't like, and he has traveled all over the world, making a statement that I'm adaptable to any countries, or I know the mentality of people of different countries, so that I handle a team. If I read that, I can understand him. He's traveling all over the world, means he has such a talent of understanding the cultures, understanding the people. If I give him a set of different people in his team, he can handle, because he roam the world, everything. So this gives me impression of that person. So in same way, she is using a numbered list to highlight her career. But talk about numbers like this. Maybe you can use numbers, non-numbers, Romans, or numericals. You create your own about summary. So now he's showing his skills and passions and accomplishments in a big paragraph. Like if I talk about, I can successfully scale up software business from 5 million to 1 billion in revenue. He can align, lead, grow world-class product teams from 10 to 100, and he can educate, refine, and drive myself to be a better person. Then he enjoys meeting new people, hearing new perspectives, and he has that professional skills and domain knowledge. As I said in your headlines, you can mention a set of things. Now, if you have more skills, if you have more, professional skills and knowledges, this is the part where you can summarize or produce a story of your skills and things. You might think that who is going to read this, but trust me, there are people of serious recruiters who will be reading those things. When comes to a professional job, yes, they are very serious, because nowadays companies, they want skills, not a person who can work from 9 to 10. They want skills. That's the reason most of the companies now ignore what you learn and what you are learning and what you know. So most of the calls when you get, if you apply for a random job also, you'll get a job, you'll call. That's for sure, because they'll browse your profile. If you are a designer and you are a data analyst, they'll call you saying that you have two talents. Now you have designing, now you have data analyst, like UI UX and data analyst. You have applied for UX, they will call you because they trust you, saying that you are UX designer. They don't care that what you're doing, what you're currently pursuing. They will ask, okay, why you have come to data analyst? You said that maybe UI UX have finished. I'm looking for the projects. So meanwhile, I'm updating my skills. Those answers you can give to them. Now they'll understand that he's a learner. He's trying to adapt new skills. So they might use you in other fields along with UI UX. So those things coming up in the market. So multi-skills, yes, people are looking for multi-people, multi-talented people, multi-skilled people, so that they can, use them as mentors, maybe trainers, or maybe two works at a time. So this is how market is going on. So one more is he's having a bullet points where he's trying to explain 6+ years strong experience, then collaborations. He has very good warehouse concepts. He's hands-on experience with modeling and all that. He's trying to explain his skills over there in a bullet points. Few people are using 1, 2, 3, 4. People are using paragraphs. And she's the one more example where passion, education, skills using simple paragraphs. She's trying to explain in a story way without any fancy sort of things. A simple paragraph. And now let's summarize what you need to say. First, work activities, what you're doing and what you will be doing and what skills you have. Those things you need to mention. You have similar skills did you use at the work, like if you have did the data analytics in past experience, you might be doing some other thing. So did you use those skills? Because that's how you entered into data analytics. Imagine you are doing some sort of business MBA, you did MBA course or MBA internship. during internship, you might have found or helping a company to try to, as I said, locate a location for the product. In that, you came across data. In that, you find data analytics so interesting. While working with the marketing team, I found that arriving to a decision is the tough part. Analyzing whole data and giving them a summary that this is the age group where this product will be suitable for. That is how data analytics works. In that process, I fall in love with data analytics. Then I turn to be a professional data analyst. That's how I'm here. So this is what I'm trying to give you a picture of how to explain in a similar skills. It takes normal. If you look into a few things, it will take maybe an hour or so to compose your skills. You can go through many profiles. As I said, do mixture, combinations, try to find synonyms, and write a good profile. Is there any other work tasks you would do, like other traveling or dancing or meeting new people? Those things you can mention over there. What is your present role? Already you mentioned in your headline. Those you can elaborate over here. What you're doing, and what is the impact of you doing your job well, like handling people, more people. What does that impact? Like I'm trying to solve a problem, or a problem solver with a good teamwork, where you will be, helpful for the organization to handle a big team. You can frame your past, like what are your career choices, and again, your career choices and how you fall in love with current career, and what was missing in your previous jobs, because I was doing as a maybe you can write that I was working as a data analyst for some time, but I want to do a data modeling. So then I jumped into machine learning, and now I'm a data scientist. So this is how summary comes. So you are missing those machine learning part, you are missing those playing with big data. Then you have transformed your career from there to a data scientist, from analyst to a scientist. So again, any success, like you might have built a very good, give a suggestions, or taking company from zero to this level, any accomplishments or getting a award or recognitions in your past work, those things you can mention. And obviously, a few sort of funny things, what you're best known for your humor nature, you are best known for your team play, or you are best known for your anything, what you know. Again, if it's a marketing part, you are in a marketing, you can have those figures, digits, those speaks a lot. When I talk about I made 100 sales or 1,000 sales, that makes an impact to a recruiter. So he is able to sell those many projects, so those many products. So might be those digits will speak a lot. So try to use those if you have. And obviously, you can reveal your character, because most of the time corporates, they try to hire people who are good at the team play, who are good at mingling with the people, so that the work and life balance you'll try to set. So obviously, you can expand yourself, your character, and all that stuff. And what is your unique qualities? These things, what about us, about yourself. So you can mention all these points to summarize what you are, the character. Because unless and until he don't find an interesting things on you, he's not going to make a call, or he's not going to select your profile. Again, when you write, I'm underlining again and again, when you write something, mean it and be yourself. Don't fake it out, because those things while in your interview, those comes up. Because he's an experienced guy, recruiter, he can understand what you wrote and what you are saying. So I'm Jane Smith. I'm glad to meet you, and thanks for visiting my profile, or like that. You can greet from there. As I said, few keywords of your skills, of your specialities, sort of thing. As I said, all the game of LinkedIn or any job profile is keywords. The bots trying to find the keyword which recruiter put onto his requirement. If your profile doesn't have that keyword, your profile is not going to get shortlisted even to show to the recruiter. Reading is the next part. He should get at least some 100 profiles saying that whatever he searched, this profile matched these things. Now he'll go through that 100 profiles, or he will pick those and he will dump it into his ATS. We called it, automatic, tracking systems. Those things he will do. Then he will pick up your profile. So keywords. So try to keep those keywords, and obviously avoid using overused words, or don't get, these are common words which you use in a strategic player, motivated person. Obviously companies not there to motivate, they want work from you. So obviously you should be motivated to apply. They are not there to, pump you up saying that come on, get up, do some work. They're not going to do that. You should do the work because you're hired for do the work. Those words doesn't have any impact. And new contacts, right? How do you speak? How would you like to speak to new contacts? Then have some, breathing space between those. If you stuff everything right from top to bottom, it's very hard to find what you're trying to say. So if you have some good points, make it a short. Then whatever you want to do, some other things, make it a large. Give some white spaces and breathing spaces between the paragraphs. That's how your resume should be also. It's not that you are doing some project writing left to right some 2000 characters. Try to give it a bullet point, maybe an enter between two lines, so that I can understand that, okay, this statement ended here. This comes my next statement. So as I said, numbers and bullet points are the best space, or use enter or something. And flow should be there. It's not that I worked here, I worked there, and I'm doing this. Try to build a story from top to bottom. If I read, I should understand your path. And comes your favorite part, profile pictures, where you will be trying to update daily social media, but you won't do that in your professionals. So simple. Every profile picture has its own essence, right? When somebody is posting profile picture, you can understand those mood of those profile, mood of that guy. Maybe sometimes you can even try to find the character also, right? If he's having some fancy dress, trying to post more profile pictures daily, then obviously you will understand he's a, some sort of pop guy, wear different medium dresses and all that. You will understand his character. If he's a biker doing all bike pictures, you understand he loves his bike more. So those defines your character. Profile pictures obviously defines your character. If you are sad always on the picture, obviously you're not a smiley person, you are not a person to mingle, you might be introvert. If you are having a group pictures, having fun, obviously a funny guy who likes to hang out more. These things will define. So when you talk about profile picture, so now you can see that it's the first thing where I obviously observe. Not only me, you people also. Whenever somebody tries to like your Instagram post or Facebook, immediately you will see profile picture. It doesn't care where he's from, why he didn't like, where what his name is. You don't care. All you do is see a profile picture. So that's how. In a general way, also, when you knowingly unknowingly, when you meet a person, always you look at his feet. That's a default. You look at his feet, and shoes defines the person. Believe it or not, I'm a fashion designer by career, super fashion designer. So obviously, I know that people try to observe the attire and most of their fashion sense. First starts with the feet, then goes up. Don't think that people will be looking first your dress or your face. First they will see your feet. From there, they try to decide the top. From bottom to top they go, then they will decide the character. That will define your character. That's for sure. If you are having a very good shoes, it doesn't mean that you are wearing a very big brand. No. The dress and the combination that defines you as a person. That's why we call it grooming. Grooming is important for a person. Whether you are having a beard, it should be a groomed beard. It should not be like Pushpa. Right? Obviously, okay, imagine if a guy like Pushpa coming up, you will see and say, "ये तो पूरा नौटंकी है." How many people are Hindi? All Telugu? हिंदी कितने लोग हैं हिंदी? कहाँ से? Jharkhand. So because I lived in North India for 15 years, yes, I came back in 2020. I was in Agra for from 2005 to 2020. I was in Agra. So obviously, so whenever you see that person, you will get a different view, like Chichora. Well, understand easy, the guy with messy hair and all that stuff. But messy hair handling is very talented. If you saw Sidhu, you like him. Those messy hair is good, but not Pushpa messy hair. So yes, grooming is important. How you present yourself. So that's how profile picture will decide what you are in your LinkedIn. So most of the time, this is how a percentage, more likely to be viewed by others. They will try to view your profile picture more and what you should do and what you should not. So when you're uploading your picture, try to be true, and it should not be a very old picture where it differs from your current look, because few people have the tendency of keeping that one picture which is clicked very well, and they don't want to upgrade it because they say every time say that yeah, acha nahi aa raha, it's not good. Every time they take, they say that it's not good, that is good. So they keep on keeping that picture. So try to upgrade those things, because at the end of the day, this is the face you are going to show the recruiter. You can't show the old picture or old face. So be that, and up to date it should be. And obviously, if you are having some grooming, if you have had some dyeing and all that stuff, like gray hairs and all that, if you're trying to cover it, cover it properly and do it, upgrade it to the latest picture. Don't try to do it. And obviously, few people will now, as I said, the good picture they keep it. Imagine you are in a group and in a very good marriage or some function and you got very good picture. Now they will try to crop this corner. When you crop, it will pixelate. Obviously, that's the nature of picture. They'll try to use those. So avoid those blur pictures. Try to again, upgrade the higher resolutions where you will have a very clear cut picture over there. And when you are forwarding a picture in WhatsApp, most of the time it loses its pixels. So try to forward it in a file format. If you are clicking in some DSLR, try to forward in a file format rather than picture format. There, the all pixels and all the texture and colors and everything will be stored properly. So yeah, and LinkedIn specifies the picture should be 400 into 400. That's what it always tries to suggest you. You can find this into take some paint or something, create a canvas of 400 into 400, then upload your photo. Then you can stretch or crop into 400 into 400. It's easy to crop it. Now comes here the best thing. You people might be taking a picture standing on a bike or on a cliff long ago. You want that background rather than your picture. Those things won't work, because here you're a professional and people want to see you, because not that they like you, because you are going to the part of that company and they would like to see what you are and how you look. It's not that they want beautiful people. At least they can understand the characteristics of the guy, the grooming, as I said. Those things, your profile picture will surely make an impact on a professional ground. That's the reason when you go to interview, you always try to be best, right? But when you try to go to marriage, you go like as it is you want. That's the difference. Then why the difference in profile picture of Instagram and LinkedIn? So there should be difference. Professional, professional, casual, casual. Simple logic. So when you are taking the picture, the face, see the left side is your Instagram, and the middle one is the guy. Maybe he's the guy who he's a gamer or something, trying to make a statement. And the right guy is too casual guy who don't care anything. So those things, no. Try to show your face, smiley face, whatever you have on your face. Try to be true, because as I said, You are the guy going to work over there. It's not that your friend is going there. So be true to yourself. Three things: cropping the picture. You can take a very good, long image. So the left one is too long because I can't see his, like the features of his face. And second one is too close. And third one is apt. Now I can understand his personality. With that, I can understand his, body build-up or height and everything. I calculate easily rather than the left one. Right one is good where I can see the face as well as structure and all of that stuff. So this is how you need to have your picture. And no group pictures. You should not have group pictures. And few things are there where I try to take it from LinkedIn. And be professional and have a very plain background. If you have any background, obviously use tools like Blur and all that stuff. So try to go next time when you go to a good restaurant, cafe, or something. Try to click those close-up pictures because there you get the mood and lightings and everywhere. Because there you get all the light moods, light and some milky, red, blue. Yeah, you'll get those lightings very professionally. So try to find some cafe or something next time. Try to take as good as you can. Front and side profile, that does matter. Not two side, but yes, showing you what you are. Right? Soft and natural light, choose those things. Those will impact your, shades and all that stuff. Nowadays, everybody can take very good pictures. Don't take selfies. You like to take selfies, but try to get it from your friend because he can frame that very well than selfie. If you are good at selfie, then yes, you can do it. If people are good at selfie, it comes as if it's taken by third person. Expressions and all that. Be careful of that. Don't be too moody or too extrovert. We are not going for some math selections. We are going for some professional selections. So you should be what you are. And again, backgrounds. Take care of your backgrounds and everything. And don't use the dresses like showing off. I'm a very professional, sincere guy, but after recruitment, you are going with your torn jeans and torn t-shirts because there you want to be casual guy, but here I am very professional. ऐसा राम बहुत अच्छा बच्चा है ऐसा नहीं होता है वहाँ जाने के बाद बिगड़ जाता है तो जॉब चला जाता है so be professional what you wear be casual you produce what you are selling yourself, right? You are not selling your fake of yourself. So selling yourself, so be true to yourself. It may be your summary, it might be your headlines, it might be your profile picture. Here there is no ifs and buts. Don't use filters. If you use filters, use wisely, like natural filters, natural lightings, rather than artificial sort of things. So if you get into deep down after this about, then you'll get this other details called educations, where you will be, filling your education details of your college, from where to where you have learned, and what are the subjects. Those things you will be trying to fill up. This also, it's nothing but your resume digital copy. So this is what goes into your resume. In resume, you have restrictions of 1 or 2 pages, but here you don't have restrictions. So the best place is here where you can write as much as you can, because from here you might be downloading your resume, or else you might have sent resume through WhatsApp, or recruiter might have gone to your LinkedIn link and there he's trying to understand your resume more clearly and more openly. So then comes your certifications. If you have any certifications, LinkedIn provides that, like they have that option of choosing what you are certified at. You might be doing other courses, or you might have done other courses. Those you can choose and upload and mention over there. Then comes your skills. Here you can add as many skills as you can, but again true to yourself, because from there they might be taking out few skills. And they'll, because profile, as I said, keyword, they use skills called 3D, 2D designer, or some SolidWorks designer. Those SolidWorks you are mentioning in your skills, those profile will be coming to the recruiter's dashboard, and you will be asking questions regarding SolidWorks. That's where things starts. So mention skills wisely, and there is a recommendation part where you can mention recommendations. Recommendations in the sense you can see in your resume a few people references. They will ask references. So it's some sort of synonym to some things to references. We call recommendations. You can shoot it to your principals or college lecturers or friends, colleagues, ex-colleagues or ex-managers. Those things will work out for sure, because if a recommendation is given by ex-manager, imagine you're working in a Google and he might be right now a vice president of that Google. He have recommended you, so that makes a big statement. So recommendations are good. Try to take them from your professional links or the people you might have worked with, or your lecturers. If he's in LinkedIn, you can take, so that he can suggest he's a very good guy, passionate about the work, whatever. He will write whatever he wants. So those recommendations are good, though it is in the downside, the bottom. And then if you are very good at writing and all that, publications, we can mention those also, because I do few publications. So those you can mention. That will create an impact of you are a good person who is passionate about other things than writings and all that. That gives you a good impact. Then any courses you have done, any certifications are different, courses are different. So both you can mention over there. And then languages, obviously, try to be multilingual. If you are trying to explore the world, try to learn more languages. It's not just to, sticking to one language. If you have multi-language, it's good for you to grow in organization, because you have in MNCs, you will get 100% of mixed people from north, south, east, west. You have good grip over multi-languages, that's good, and you need to learn those languages. Try to learn those, because you never know. In your organization, you might end up working with a very good team who want to travel to Delhi for a project of 6 months. Now you don't know Hindi, you will be on the least selection process. A guy who know Hindi, who can communicate Hindi very well, he might be in a bit. Though he is not related to the project, though he is not much talented as you are, but due to those things, he might be on a step ahead. So things, very minor things, but that does matter. So try to learn those things. And yeah, any experienced volunteers, because nowadays all MNCs are doing this ONG works, volunteer works they do, because they have the norms from the government saying that should give back to the society. So they'll organize some volunteer works. So if you are good at volunteering, like cleaning the roads, garbages, participating in some animal caring and all that, try to mention those. That will show your human side also to the company. So this is what all about LinkedIn. Any doubts, then you can just shoot at me. I'll be sitting corner of my office. I don't know whether people may have watched or not. You can come down at any time to me. You can ask me questions, or if you have anything, you can ask. And online people don't know whether I'm audible to you or not. Nobody is responding.
Yes, you're audible.
I'm audible to you people.
Yes.
Online people might have slept, I guess. Supriya, Sai Charan.
Actually, am I audible to you, sir?
Yeah, Sai Charan, you are saying something?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we are listening. Actually,
Good.
I was just responding to you.
Okay. Good. Supriya, she might be watching series. Good. So, any doubts? Yeah. No, see,
No.
no career will impact anything. What you are bringing to the desk, that would matter. You are HR, so now you are getting into this data analysis. Now you can mold that into in such a way that what made you to get into data analyst, because you can say that, see, I have been going through many professional careers and professional resumes. Then while analyzing those things, those data, now I want to enter into data analytics because I want to create such a platform where who are hireable, who are non-hireable, attrition rates, why attrition rates are more in corporates and less. So these things try to, shoot questions to me, because I used to hire a person, he used to leave early. Few people are staying more. So I want to get into this data analysis so that I can make something called maybe platform for HRs and all that. So those story you can mold into your current career. That will give them impact. Okay, he's trying to come from a different experience, but there also is, you are trying to play with the data, right? Because you want to understand why people are leaving, you want to understand why people are staying, so that you can give those set of talent to the company. Because imagine if a company attrition rate is more, and you will have a pattern of attrition rate saying that maybe the work environment is not good, or maybe the pressure is more, or maybe there is no learning or career growth. So this you have saw. Now you can correct those in your organization. Or imagine that whatever you're hiring, those skills are not much relatable to your organization. Now you came a data. Now data gave you a summarized way saying that people are leaving because of non-growth. Maybe they are stagnated with the work. Now they need something interesting for them to stick, maybe career growth. So you can introduce something called learning system in organization, saying that upgrade yourself with new skills. So people will stay more. And that upgradation will be accordance to your company laws and company requirements. Your company is a data analyst up to dashboarding, imagine. Now you can give training to the people in machine learning and bring those projects onto your company, so that these people will be converted into data scientists, and you can grow your organization as well. So these things. So whenever people coming from different experience, everywhere there is data. That I believe, whether he's a BCom, MCom, whoever it is, there is a data other than arts. So those stories you can mold into these things. That's what answer you should give, because they are going to ask you. You are an HR, why you want to become an analyst? So those story, if I'm there, I would say that, because I've been looking this career for 5 years, and I can see that people leave early, some people stay. So I was taking all the data, then I understood that my company is not able to give this, or might be my company is not having this. Then that's where interest in data analytics came up, so that I can build something like this, or I can build some business models where it will be helpful for the organization. So that's where I will start doing it. Anything? Communications is important. Huh? If you don't communicate properly, you might get 100 things in your mind, but what comes from here to here, that does matter. You know everything, I know, but you are not able to present it because you won't find proper words. You are not good at putting words together, making a sentence. So that's what communication is. Communication is not talking. It's more what you are trying to say. That's communication, like what people understand. Normally, most of the time, people listen to answer, right? You are listening to answer, but try to listen to understand. That's where communication comes. If you are able to make a person understand what you want to, what you mean, that is communication. It's not that you are talking and people are listening. That's not communication. Communication is two-way. I should say something, you should understand, listen, then you should answer. Then I should understand. That is communication. Communicate properly. So this thing comes, you keep on talking, sharing, reading. Most of the time, people don't read, right? Nobody have habit of reading books. Anybody? Yep. Novels, good. Novels. Yeah, that's good. Give you how to read. Try to read a few understandable books other than novels. Novels will give you a fancy world, right? It gives you a fancy world going into some other world, but reality it's not there. So try to read few reality books where we can understand. Yeah, anything else? So we'll jump into next chapter. So now we talked about LinkedIn profile. So now resume. There are two things going on here right now. So digitally you are applying the jobs. In that LinkedIn, you will have an option called upload your resume. So that is also a part of most of the time. As I said, resumes are the physical form or digital form where HR will be looking your summarized 1 page, 2 page notes, whatever you have written in your career. And he will be looking at your digital profile called LinkedIn, where there he will analyze your, as I said, profile pictures, your summary, your connections. Maybe you are participating in some comments and debates, or you are writing some articles, you are writing some professional write-ups. Those things will come in LinkedIn. Those will impact also. You are participating in some hackathons and you are certified, or daily you are posting something knowledgeable. Those things comes into picture. So now when I talk about resume building, why they take resume is, as I said, a job is posted and within an hour, nowadays corporates will get 100 plus applications, 200 plus applications. So don't you think that HR will be sitting the whole day looking at resume? No, it won't do. There comes your software called ATS. That's where they introduce ATS. They put this all PDFs into that ATS. Now ATS will do its work, and ATS will have specific instructions, the job description instructions. We have two types of instructions. One, job description, keywords they are feeding into LinkedIn. LinkedIn is giving a set of resumes. These resumes will be again fed into ATS. ATS will be again taking the keywords. Upon that, it is giving and filtering the out of 100, it might take out 50 or 60. This is how the process works. You have applied in LinkedIn. LinkedIn gave a few profiles to recruiter. Recruiter downloaded all the resumes. He gave it to ATS software. ATS did his work with keyword, and it gives few output to the recruiter. Now the recruiter will start working on the 60, 70 profiles. There might be one recruiter or the 3 recruiters who try to call and understand exactly what you wrote is true or not. So then comes your resume building. So if I start, so there is two things. Few people call resume, few people call CV. That's common words they speak. Can I get your CV? Can I get your resume? It's a small thin line difference. Resume is your summarized page. CV is nothing but your broader page. Normally, CV is used for applications into colleges, where you will be writing your thesis or your projects or what you wrote. It's a broader way to understand about your professional work or your educational work. Most of them it's educational work. So CV is a different way. It might have more than 2 pages, 4, 5, 6 pages. Resume is restricted to 1 or 2 pages because ATS won't take that much time to go through 5, 6 pages. It has set of limits. So a resume is a summarized way, as I said. It's a 1 page or 2 page max, not more than that. And CVA is, it's used for your academics purpose. You are applying for scholarship in universities, international universities. There you need to mention your experience, your certificates, your publications, your thesis and all that. Those things, we call it as CV. So these are a few points like, it's a 1 page and CV is a longer one and the resume is for job hunting. CV is also used, but most of the time it's for academic purpose, taking admissions and all that, so that university can understand better why they would give you admission into a prestigious university. And here comes the main part where people should understand resume is a tailor-made thing. If you have one resume for all jobs, then forget about selecting anywhere. Every job has its own requirement. Every job has its own keywords. Every job has its own job description. So when you make a resume, it's always tailor made. Few people might ask only dashboarding with Excel. Few people will ask maybe Tableau with Power BI, permutations and combinations. So you should have at least 2-3 types of resumes, designed for different purposes. That's for sure. Now, LinkedIn has that option to prioritize the resume. When you're applying to a job, if you upload 4 types of resumes, you will have called a resume dashboard, resume SQL, resume business statistics, a resume Python. Like that, you can have it. Now, when people ask about data analyst with the Python and Tableau, you can tick the option called this one and upload. So it can switch the resumes. That option you have in LinkedIn. So try to make a few set of resumes, different set of resumes according to the requirement. You can go to any right now posting of job. You can find different combinations of job descriptions. Few people will be, as I said, asking 2 skills. Few people will be asking 3 skills. Few people will be asking 1 skill. So try to summarize them. Try to build resumes according to the job descriptions, different job descriptions, and arrive at a conclusion that okay, these 4 types are in the market. So let me keep these 4. Those things you need to do. So resume is always a summarized way, and CV is a comprehensive one. As I said, it should be a completely big storytelling sort of thing. So again, you people are a data analyst, you don't like things without proofs and statistics. So here we go. Most of the time, when I talk about resume, 40%, managers, they spend less than a minute. Even me, if anybody brings a resume, I will try to find my requirements, not what he wrote, what I want from the resume. If it's there, yes, I can consider those resumes. So I won't spend longer times reading those resumes. So I'll try to spend very less time because I have set off many resumes to look after. And when I talk about ATS, most of the time 75% resumes get rejected because of no proper structure, no proper keywords, no proper summaries, and all that stuff. And 85 people always boost about themselves in the resume, saying that I know this, I know that, I have these skills, I have that skills. So those things won't work. So try to, as I said, in LinkedIn profile, same, try to be true to yourself, write what you know and mention what you know. Again, 40% people go through LinkedIn profile after seeing your resume. As I said, first, ATS, LinkedIn will give a set of resumes, ATS will filter. Now, when hiring manager looks after that resume, you'll try to visit your LinkedIn profile because we'll mention that link over there, profile. Then there you have all the product. Now I can call it as a CV also. Now let's call LinkedIn as a CV. You have a resume, short form. Now recruiter will try to understand the broader form of your resume. There goes your LinkedIn profile. And 3% are the one who get selected for the interview after these mammoth steps. And 41% of the recruiters looks for the skills. They won't look what you write and what you are. Obviously, as I said, those things will be secondary when I like your resume. Once I like your resume profile, then I'll try to understand you better in person. So 88% hard skills. So now what's the difference between soft and hard skills? Soft skills are nothing but communications, like teamwork and all that. These are the soft skills. How you behave in an organization, how you work, how a personality, that's soft skills. Hard skills are nothing but what you put on the table or what you put in the job, like Excel, Python. These are the hard skills where you are going to execute. Soft skills you show, like empathy and all that, you show them. You are a good embodied, soft spoken, communicate well. Those are soft skills. And buzzwords are there, as I said, few keywords. You should not always use those, saying that motivated, well motivated, challenge accepted. So those things are buzzwords. Don't use them. They are so much overrated, and they will land up you in some soup for sure. And 55% people don't tailor make their resumes. As I said, every job description has its own requirements, its own profile. So try to create few different resumes. tailor-made resumes. And 83% high tailor-made resume. Obviously, the reasons are simple. Those are tailor-made according to the job descriptions. You put it onto your resume that ATS will read. Now ATS will match the job description keywords with your tailor-made resume. That's the way the match happens. As simple as that. Logical reason. There's no rocket science. And 67%, obviously this comes into the work experience field where people have work experience. Now, when I say work experience, people think that internship is not a work. No, internship is also a work. What's the difference between internship and work experience is internship, here you are learning and doing work. You are learning and doing work. In work experience, it's pure work. There's no chance of learning. If you say, I'll learn and I will execute, no, they'll fire you. But internship, here when we see that if you give some problem statement, if you say if you don't know, you can ask or let me find out the solution, I will do it. That's internship, the flexibility of internship. You are learning and you are doing the work. So internships helps you a lot, and that also comes under experience. When somebody want to write experience, you can write 3 months internship in IBM. So again, one big brand came up, now internship came up. Now you are associated with IBM, saying that I work with the IT company. Now recruiter will know, he knows the norms and rules of IT company, how to behave, what is the project, what is the project tension, what is the project leader, all that. Now 3 months internship, already he put his skills, he did that project in the IT company. He has the skills where already he learned, he executed. So there is no need for the IT company again to, don't trust the person because you wrote, I know Python, and straight away without internship, you are going to IT company. Now I'm skeptical that whether you know Python or not. You might have passed the interview because theoretically you can explain everything. But when problem comes, that's where you need to execute the solution. So I'm not confident. You know Python, but I don't know whether you executed or not. But if you say did internship in an IT company in a Python project, now I can trust you because you already did an internship. There might be problem statements. You have solved those problem statements. You are good at Python. That I can trust. 50% I can trust. Already you worked on Python. Somebody gave you internship. You solved some problems. Simple logic, right? Fresher you can come up. They'll say that just you had a theory knowledge. Now you are coming to me to execute a project, but you don't know. I don't know that whether you know Python or not because I can't take your test for 3-4 days. As a company, I can't take a test for 3 days and say that you are good at Python. We are not here to teach or give marks. We are here to take out the work. So internships helps you a lot. Internship is nothing but work experience. So don't think that internship is a very less word. No, that will give you a very good impact. Rather than sitting idle, do some internships. Because either ways you are going to pass the time. You don't know how 1 month, 2 months goes off. At least you can work somewhere. You will get those batch called internship in some company. So when I talk about formatting, again the package, every time when you go some shopping out, that the package attracts you most. The very good package, you think that product is good. So always it's nothing but package. So how you are formatting your resume, as I said, white spaces, paragraphs, bullet points, keywords, to the point things, those are formats. Bold, italic, underlines, those are formats. So most of the time, 83%, hire well formatted resumes, because when you build your resume, you are putting an effort of trying to explain your training or your skills. So those efforts I can see in a resume. You put a very good resume with good colors, highlighting a bold statement, underlining. There are bullet points so that I can read point wise rather than a paragraph. So I can understand your patience, your skills. Half I can understand you. Okay, this guy patiently did this much work on a resume, so he's a hard-working guy where he can work in my organization. If it is like was formality, then obviously I will think that he just made a resume and gave me. He doesn't have a time to format it properly. So there I lose my interest, looking at that resume. And then, as I said, formatting visually appealing resumes, and non-formatted obviously will get rejected. and 1 page or 2 page maximum, I tell it. And always use standard fonts, because not all computers have that fancy fonts. Because you can download a very good fancy font and do a resume. As I said, visually appealing. Now, sir told to appeal visually, I will write in a very good royal font. Okay, you can write, but on the other side, recruiters, they are not there to judge your designing skills and all that. They are there to find your resume. They don't have that font. Now we have created very good font, and there it's showing some Arial font. Now he thinks that you made a resume in Arial font. It's not good. So that's where things fall. So use regular fonts which are available in your Word app. There you can use those fonts. In that you can find a number of fonts where the same fonts will be on the other side as well. Most of the time use this Times New Roman Arial. This other one. Caliber also is good, where it's a very good round font. It's very good, visually appealing. And 11, 12, don't go beyond that unless and until it's a statement or heading. Go for 14. And a resume or your name, you might go jump into 16 or 18, depending upon the availability of your space. So every word, it should be 11 or 12. I prefer 12 normally. But few people, what happens that when you are writing a resume into 2 pages, few people end up in the second page in the end and last one line or something, they try to adjust. At that time, you can jump to 11 so that everything will squeeze up. So 11 and 12 doesn't make a much difference. As a visual designer, I can identify, but normal common guy, they can't identify 11, 12. That's very nice piece. So white spaces, and always use your resume easy to read. Most breathing spaces I like to. Now you can see my the way I created my presentation. I have those white spaces where you can read. Imagine I've stuffed everything. I'll start confusing from where to start and where to end. So have that white spaces, and use headlines and bullet points more, and italic, and always save in PDF format unless and until a app or a recruiter asks you for a doc format. Few people ask for doc formats because they want to keep it in some other softwares or somewhere it is, and few people edit by themselves. Few recruiters do that. When you give in a Word format, they will add some few skills so that it will be matching their job descriptions. So unless and until prompted, don't send doc formats. Always use PDF. Why? Because PDF will preserve your formatting. Word won't, because in Word you have typed here in an A4 sheet, but default in Word when you open, a letter size opens. So A4 and letter, everything will go haywire. So it will be a very issue for the formatting. Again, they'll think that you have designed in such a way. So PDF always preserves your formats, length, breadth, spaces, and all that. But Word format, once it's open in other Word where there are margin settings are different, page setup is different, everything scrambles. So send in PDF unless and until asked for Word. So if I give you an overview of a resume normally, so this is how my resume looks like, a good resume which I prefer. Here I have my objectives. If I now try to give you a comparison, this is nothing but my headline of a LinkedIn profile. The summary, because right from top, work experience, volunteering, education, all that, I have simply mentioned saying that I'm an experienced marketing professional with 2 publications regarding digital marketing and search engine optimization, and in business administration and miscellaneous and all that stuff. So simple. I gave a small summarized view of my profile. Now comes contact information. Post that where people need to contact me, my emails and mobile numbers and all that, address and all that. There is a work experience. There is additional sections, and then educations, skills, certifications, languages, and some additional sections of interest and all that. This is my regular format resume. 1 page resume looks like. Now this goes into 2 page. When you add more experience and more education, there goes into your second page. But most of the time, for freshers, I'm sure this is the one which you will be using it. Now, what are the elements for good career objectives? One, it's it should clearly state your short-term or long-term goals. Whether you want to become a data analyst, or you are trying to look a very challenging role in data analysis, or you want to create a path for a professional life and all that. So those summary, a vivid learner, a data analyst trying to create a career path in a challenging organization, putting the skills, sort of summary, what your statement is. And obviously, as I said, tailor-made resumes and tailor-made things. According to the job requirement, you can change those statements. Imagine they are asking you experience like a guy skilled at Tableau and dashboarding and all that. You can write a data analyst, worked on a projects or a good visualization with Python for playing with data and making data meaningful. This is a summary which you are trying to make. Aligning with the job requirements, you are trying to make a summary. These things will help you out. Then obviously, key professional skills and strengths, all this you need to understand and highlight them. If you want, you can keep it in a bullet point or take a box or some sort of thing and keep it in a box with some highlighted things, maybe bold or something. Then there should be a clarity, 2 or 3 sentences, not more than that. If you write a long paragraph, you are not going to read it. LinkedIn, we will read it because from resume, I came to your LinkedIn profile to know more about it. Now I have a patience of reading your LinkedIn. But here I took your resume and the first go, I won't like to read all the paragraph. I'll try to maximum point out the things in a very short and easy way. Now, if I talk about role personalization like summary, now recent graduate with a degree in data analyst, you can write specialized in Python and all that stuff. A strong foundation in, now you are specialized in Python and strong foundation in datascaping and all that stuff, and then eager to apply the skills in a specific role, like the role which the job description mentioned. Eager to apply the skills in a data analyst role, contributing to the success of a given project. Simple. Whatever red lines I'm doing, this I'm taking from my job description. So this is how tailor-made resume comes in. Try to read the job description properly, take those keywords, what they want, and keep it on your resume. ATS will obviously catch it because ATS is looking for that keywords, everything you have put in your resume. So obviously, it is going to get those paths. Again, certified data analyst, that's a keyword. Specialized in SQL, Python, Tableau, that's a keyword. What I wrote in the above is an like blank. Now I'm filling that blanks. Strong foundation in machine learning and product lifecycle analytics. Eager to apply these skills in data analyst role at Chitra Tech. Contributing to success of tech-driven projects. As simple as that. I took my job description. I want a guy, data analyst, with SQL, Python, and Tableau, with a machine learning on product, lifecycle analytics, experienced or maybe good at. If in my job description, I might write that looking for a data analyst with experience in SQL, Python, Tableau, and strong foundation in machine learning and product lifecycle analytics. This is what I write in my job description. And now all these keywords matched into my summary. So this is how it's going to be. Now examples, if I try to give you, these are the one, summary and objectives. These examples you will have in your PDF, you can write. And if I want to explain something like summary and objectives, there are 2 things different in your resume. One is summary, which you are trying to summarize what you are and what exactly you want to do. That's objective, why you are applying. That's objective. Objective of your role or objective of or your thought behind why you're applying for the role. That's what objective is. Now, these are few examples. Business summary is that he's a business data analyst intern with practical experience in structured query languages, SQL. And objective is information technology data analyst seeking a position to apply statistical programming skills. So bit of flavor difference, but both sounds same, but has different essence. Now work experience, when you write work experience, always, well, what is the company you work for, what is the location, what is the employment dates, what is the job title, and what is the responsibilities and impacts you made in the work, past experience or part internship, or promotions if you have any. I have promoted from intern to a specialist sort of thing, or any recognitions, best intern, or best helper of the world, whatever it is. If you have any things about and recognitions, those you can mention. This is how experience looks like. Company name, Cloud Clearwater, and where it is located, it's Florida. And what is your designation? Is working as account assistant, from when to when, and what you did. As simple as that. So these things, fields will not be in LinkedIn. LinkedIn will give you only company name, when to when, and what area. The rest, what are the bullet points? This I have you have to compose whether in a bullet manner, or in a paragraph manner, or in a two-line manner. This you need to type. There is no particular form to fill one line. All you get is a company name form, in a form, company name, dates, and designation and area. These four fields you will get in LinkedIn. Rest, there will be a long box where you need to type all your bullet points. One more example, like again, and then comes your education field in your resume, where you need to explain few things. One is starting with the highest achievement, because you will always, I will try to know what's latest. So what's your highest? From there, go to school, not from school to the graduation. Always from graduation to the school. So latest should be on the first. Then comes diplomas, then institutions, then additional informations, like any awards received in your education, those things. On any grade points, as I said, digits speaks a lot. If you are in experience, writing in experience, always write that I made this many sales. If you are in education, 90%, 60 and 85%, these things matters. Always digits and pictures speak a lot. In your real life also, you attract to a poster by seeing a picture. Pretty lady, first you'll see her, then you'll read the matter, not the read the matter and see the lady. So that's the reason they keep a very pretty lady, then they do the rest of the work. So pictures and words like digits, they speak a lot. Whenever you see in a social media 50% off, that's it. You don't know what it is, whether it's a headphones or your dress or something, you don't care. 50% off, now you'll start reading what exactly it is. So digits and pictures keep that they speak a lot. So try to use those things. Use digits, achievements more. And then additional informations like GPS and courseworks, honors. And again, certifications and licenses, those things you can mention in your resume. What certification you have got, you are an Adobe certified expert, you're an AWS certified developer, or Microsoft certified executive, whatever it is. Certifications and honoraries, those things you need to mention. And skills, yes, you need to mention skills one by one, like soft skills. These are habits and traits, as I said. Soft skills always define a person behavior, like whether it's a soft spoken, team worker, those things are soft skills, dependability, communications, creative, problem solving, critical thinking, adaptability, organization. These all are soft skills. Comes your hard skills, it's nothing but your technical skills. How your database management, SEO, like Python, SQL, Tableau, those are hard skills. So there's a difference between hard and soft skills. Always you need to mention both. Now comes your ATS, how it's going to work. It's nothing but applicant tracking systems, we call it. It's used for productivity and okay. Why ATS introduced most of the time? Why? As a physical person, if I am a male, maybe I am a biased that I want to hire a male. I don't want to hire a female because I don't like females. Imagine I'm a male manager. I don't like females at all because they always make noise in my office. I am biased. So I always select resumes of males, right? human psychology. If I am a male, don't like girls at all, I'll try to hire males only. So that's where comes the discrimination. That's the reason ATS came into picture, so that ATS will not have that field of male and female. All they have field is skills, job descriptions, and all that. That's the reason it can give a complete mixed resumes to the recruiters. Now recruiter have to filter it, they have to call it. That's the reason ATS has been created. And obviously it's productive. Nobody is going to read your all your 100 resumes and shortlist 50. They will try to minimize their work. Out of 50, they will try to take out 10 or 5, the best ones to call. So it's used for, creates a job posting, then it publishes the posting, the process of ATS. First you create a job, then post, then system scans the applications, whatever applications comes, it scans. So that's how it's, dives into the conclusion. Now, if you try about bottom sections, it will have work experience, as I said. Recruiter will try to ask 0 to 6 experience. Then what's the education you are going to have? You are a degree holder or a bachelor or something. Then you are going to have skills. They are looking for particular skills, maybe soft skills or hard skills. Those things will they have. And even sometimes they look for languages. Imagine they have a particular project where a person want to communicate in 2 languages of Hindi and English. They put that also in ATS, saying that I need a person who can speak Hindi or who can speak Bengali or something, because they are working on such a project where the person need to communicate in a language to the client. So obviously they will have that field as well, language field. And if they want to more filter, they can keep certifications about it. Certified data analyst or certified AWS executive, certified cloud computing. So those they can keep. So these are the fields. It will be available in your ATS software. The recruiter will have all this liberty to choose from these fields upon, again, requirement of the company. So as I said, keyword is the name of the game in LinkedIn as well, in resume as well. Because resume is going to ATS, ATS is again linked to keyword. Even from where the resume is getting, that is also linked to the keywords. So keyword is the main. So now resume summary is there. We call it, highly driven tax manager with 5+ years of experience. That's what he wrote in his summary. How he wrote? Because he saw the job posting where ATS has mentioned words called tax manager, 5+ years of experience. He should be good at tax returns and affairs, soft skills, employer satisfaction, and strong communication skills. This is what a recruiter wants for his job called tax manager. Now he put all these keywords into ATS. Now ATS scanned the document. That's where ATS found all the keywords in summary. He is highly driven tax manager, 5+ years of experience, in managing tax returns and affairs. Is a proven experience of employer satisfaction, strong communication skills. That's how he tailor-made his resume, looking the job description, taking the keywords, putting in a summary. That's where ATS tracked the things, and now it gave that thing to the recruiter. Now check what ATS check the requirements: tax manager, 5+ years experience, employer satisfaction, communication skills, analytics Microsoft. Obviously, analytics Microsoft he did not mention. In a complete resume, he might have mentioned in soft skills, analytic skills, and hard skills, Microsoft Office. If we could have mentioned those 2 words also, the 100% match will be there. Now the percentage is 80% because 2 things are not matched. Clear? In my job description, I wrote tax manager, 5+ years, employer satisfaction, communication, analytic skills, and Microsoft Office. This is what I need for a tax manager. But whereas this guy written only 5 of them, 2 he did not write. So 80% match is there, which is pretty good because normally ATS takes beyond 65. It's a few people keep 70, 65. Upon that, they try to take resumes. If anybody scores 65 and anybody scores 90, obviously 90 will be the first priority, 65 will be the next priority. If the 90 guy won't pick up the phone or is watching movie and he lost the call, so 65 will be get selected. As simple as that. So here we have right side, we have this job description, and left side we have his resume. So right side, what are the bold things are my requirements, keywords. Is distributing regular content or collecting, analyzing, and credibility requirements are software knowledge of CRO and SEO. Then there's a communication skills he need, social networking expertise, business communication, advertising, public relations. These are the keywords. So left side in skills, you can see few of them are matched, and in responsibility also. In summary, you can see develop and execute social media strategy. In summary, it is written that social media specific specialist. We have reading glasses. So media specialist with 5 years of experience in analyzing online communications and networks. These things, whatever I mentioned is responsibilities, I can take it into my summary, few skills. Then soft skills, I can take it into skills format. And in marketing skills, I have taken a few words called, softwares, where programming in HTML, CSS comes into execution. And then, most of the team I have matched with the job description into my resume. That's how I made my tailor-made resume, and then I uploaded into LinkedIn. So I have a very good chances of my resume shortlisted into ATS. That's why I say it's the importance of tailor-made. One, clear informal hierarchy. Hierarchy is nothing but stepwise. Good design of section, because ATS always asks, as I said, 5 points: experience, skills, all that 5 points you should have in resume, saying work experience, education, soft skills, hard skills. Those are headings which you are going to keep. And font, obviously 10 to 12 regular fonts. And labeling, work experience, skills, education, all labeling should be done. If you can do it in a bold, that's good. Always try to do a bold and increase the step beta here. You can go for 14 also, so that ATS will read it as a heading, and regular non-bold will read as your regular skills. It should have proper headings and bold titles, and obviously standard bullet points, all. And then already what you want to use, avoid tables and columns, text boxes and images, because ATS won't read those things. All it reads is a text or words. So borders and lines, it's not going to read, and any special characters and symbols, it's not going to read. Obviously, image, visuals, and icons, ATS won't read. All it needs is a words. Now, recommended sessions, what you need to have is header, experiences, skills, education, certificates, and heading looks like name. As I said, go for your job title if you have experience, like Rajendra, CEO, like that, job titles, because that is also keyword. If I write a job description for a CEO, I'll write opening for a CEO, designation CEO, experience in operations. That comes into account. And email address, obviously for communication, phone numbers for interviews, and location, so that they will have more thin filtering, saying that he's a local guy, so I can go ahead with the resume. And LinkedIn profile link, so that he can contact you. So I'll give you small headings, like you can see that Thomas Lampkin, he's program coordinator. You can see that the designations, you have set of designations in market, like normally program coordinator, rather than they call it project manager. Of course, project manager does nothing but obviously he will manage a programming people, where they will program and deliver a product. So he's writing as a program coordinator because he's working with the programming people. He's thinking that I'm a program coordinator, but market has different word designation. It's called project manager. So now he keeps on writing program coordinator. He has very good skills. He's not able to match because ATS is asking project manager. So try to understand those designations more. Now experience. Here you can see most of the time here he's mentioned in a very tree format in a single line. Can you see a mouse? No. So if you see properly, there is a bullet point is mentioned in single line and is leaving the white space on the right side. He has more space, but is reluctant to write more. So in the second, if you see the right format, he's trying to fill up all the space right from with the digits again. First he wrote right responsibility of the day-to-day management of cross-functional projects. Now he's trying to exaggerate and say that 45K achieved revenue by saving through process improvement and re-engineering during the planning and execution phases. So he's trying to play with the digits, as I said. Digits speaks a lot. He's saying that I have generated a revenue of 45K dollars. Then he's conducted monthly meetings. He mentored 30 plus employees in Lean Sigma methodologies. He's here writing that I know Lean Sigma skills. I have skills of Lean Sigma, and always he has mentoring soft skill, and he's handling 30 plus people. Means he's able to handle a big team. So he made a very simple line, a bigger statement, rather than making 5 points. He made single line with 3-4 skills. So this is how you need to write your points. If you're writing your experience or internship experience, you can write those things. Use digits. Use try to have some soft skills of keyword into that, so that it will compile into a single 5 keywords into one line, sort of thing. So skills, if I talk about hard skills, you will have Microsoft accounting, data management suites. You have Python and R and all that stuff. This you can mention hard skills. And then when I talk about soft skills, most of the time ATS have set off its own soft skills, because they won't load out 60, 70 soft skills onto the ATS. They have set off thing which goes according to the market. Market always changes those soft skills, because today we need a strategic thinker, tomorrow we need a team player. Project is different. There are 50 plus people. We need a team leader who can manage a team well. Now project is very less challenging project. He need a strategical thinker. So the job description changed. So depending upon leaderships, management, verbal, public, team working, collaboration, creative thinking, negotiations, and solve oriented. These skills you can find in Google. You can write that top 10 soft skills 2024. You will get on the list. What people are looking, what recruiters are looking. Those skills you can mention. When you mention, think that whether you do those things or not, because those things we are going to get into your interview. So these are few examples, resumes. This you will have in your PDF, where you can look into things. If I talk about things, margins, always keep a margin left, right, top, bottom, because printer, when you print, or if you print physical copy, every printer has its own margins. So piece always keep a very good space. Again, I'm repeating again and again, don't use fancy fonts, use the right fonts, regular fonts, and line spacing. Normally in Word, when you open, it defaults, it opens into 1.5. You can go into Word at right side, in some columns you will find a spacing. You can go for one spacing or no spacing. From there you can start formatting. How many people work on Word? Microsoft Word. Excel, you will work because you came here. Otherwise, we need PowerPoint. Okay, tomorrow you are a very good analyst. Now client came, you want to give a presentation. What will you do without knowing PowerPoint? These are the animations, you see. These are animations. It's very simple. You need to have these skills, because from there you get into step of team leader. A team leader need to present the project. Team leader to the manager. A manager need to have all the team leaders. You should have skills, right? So other than what you are learning here, try to spend some time into upgrading these skills. You need to have PowerPoint skills. You need to have Word also. Sometimes you'll work on sending a very big project description to the client. So you need to have Word skills also. So there you have line spacings and all that stuff. Some consistency should be there. It's not that you're using one font here, other font here, other font here. Try to use single font. Good bold in a very, you are using a bold, but use in a very strategically way, placing appealing way. Then comes your bullet points. Each sections, like you are using a experience you are writing, use bullet points. You are using education, write bullet points if you have different educations. Skills, use bullet points because every point will have its own statement. I can't write one by one with comma. It's old things. Use bullet points or some dash or numbers you can use. And length, ideal length should be there. 1 page, maximum second page, 1.5. If you have very good internship, very good experience and certifications. And line spacings, as I said again and again, use those line spacings, consistencies. This is what you need to have in your resume. So in a summarized way, resume should be presentable, use single fonts, bullets, a good summary point, and 1 page soft skills, hard skills. And what is the foremost thing which I told to you people? Tailor-made. Every resume has its own story. Every job has its own requirements. So try to take out time before applying to a job. Read the job description. If you think that I have this resume matching, try to upload that. If not, take time, edit your resume, then upload it. Otherwise, you will end up applying numerous jobs, but ATS keeps on rejecting because job description doesn't match your resume. So tailor-made resumes always need to be done. Go into some job descriptions and then try to find a very good job descriptions. Take out all the descriptions, make a resume. Otherwise, make 3-4 resumes. Every time job description changes, every time your resume needs to be updated. Don't stick to one resume. And if you don't know the formatting and all that stuff, obviously you can come to my desk. I'll let you know what you did wrong with the paragraphs or margins and all that stuff. Right? And try to upgrade Word and PowerPoint. It's very important. Even my office always yell at people. They come to me for small things. As a professional, you need to have that all things in your hand. Don't try to depend on your juniors or somewhere trying to find the small error called some margin is not good. You're searching for that margin. Well, it's a very basic thing in a resume. PowerPoint, the slides, effects, very basic things. You will fall in love with PowerPoint if you try to do, and you will enjoy. Presentation, you will enjoy. So now we are doing dashboarding. You need to have PowerPoint skills because you are trying to explain a dashboard to a customer, all the statistics. You worked for 3-4 days and you pull up a very beautiful dashboard. Now you want to animate it to the client. That's where it comes in, right? When you try to explain what you have taken data analytics into a very good visual picture way, obviously it will be helpful for you to grow in your organization rather than giving a simple printout and saying that read yourself. Try to animate. That would be helpful. So PowerPoint skills, you need to up yourselves. You never learned PowerPoints anywhere? No, but you just made it, no animations, right? Those skills you need to have. Any questions, then you can ask me and online people also. Resumes, if you want to prepare a resume, you can prepare and just come to me and I'll let you know what are the things you can do. You can take templates in market, you will get a template online. You can create template. I'm sure you will not be because nobody is skilled at Word. It needs columns and all that stuff. So if you're not, then I'll take a template and then you can do a template. You can search for a good resume template. They'll give a template. You can edit those templates. But that would be tricky because there they use, as I said, more options they use to look beautiful. All you need to know that which option they have used so that you can edit. Or while editing, some get disturbed. The second column get disturbed. So now you don't know what to do. So try to do yourself. If not, then you can always come to me and I can help you out. Right? Any questions? Okay. So let me see how many people will prepare a resume. I will tell Rajesh, everybody collect all your resumes. Take your time. 1 week is enough. Daily 1 paragraph you will write. By Saturday we'll finish my resume 1 page. Right? 1 week is enough. Okay. Then. Next Saturday I will ask Rajesh how many people submitted their resumes. Because I'm going to review your resume. And I will let you know whether I wasted my 2 hours or not.
Sir, one question. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Can is there any chance that we can refer to the slides which you have showed to us?
Yeah.
I've taken down the notes, but it would be better if I can use this as a future reference.
These are available in dashboard if I'm not mistaken. I'll tell Rajesh or Kiran to shoot a message in your groups where it is available so that people can download it.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else? Nothing? Okay then. I think it's time for you people to 1:30 Saturday. Weekend plans. No? You have classes now. Talk time on Saturdays.